Good afternoon. My name's Chris Amos. I am a retired Norfolk, Virginia police officer, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to thank you men and women that are out there on the front lines today. I retired in 2014 following about a 27-year career. Fast forward to 96, I'm on the bicycle patrol, loving life, running and gunning. I mean, that was the best time of my police career was on the bicycles. And on this particular night, January the 3rd, 1996, 1931, 7:31 p.m. And you know, in this line of work, when you can remember the exact dates and times, usually that's not a good thing. And that was the case on this particular evening. And so it's dark outside. We're on bikes. We're going into a neighborhood known for drug dealing. We round the corner. We see a guy dealing leaning in through a passenger side window and dealing. His lookout standing next to him looking around. The lookout sees us first and he takes off, doesn't tell the guy dealing. Eventually the dealer pops out of the car. He sees us and he takes off. And I'm going after the dealer, and my partner Dave Huffman is going after the lookout. And I catch up to him in pretty short order. And I'm trying to get him to give up. He's not, so I realize I'm going to have to plan A, right? That works in our line of work. Plan A, I'm going to jump off the bike onto him. He's going to break my fall, take the impact of the fall, handcuff him, in the story. Well, I got up on the pedals of the bike, sort of loaded the front end of the bike, preparing to jump off onto him, when quicker than turning a light switch on and off, he spins around. And again, it's dark outside, so I don't see anything in his hands until there's like a flash and a bang and a thud in my chest. Hit me here. I lock the brakes up on the bike. I start to go airborne over the bike. He fires again. That round goes through the top of my left thigh. I hit the ground. When I hit the ground, I'm not moaning and groaning and rolling. I'm just kind of silent, so I can only assume he thought I was dead. He turns to run away. I hear a voice a second time. Chris, get behind me. Remember back in 89, there is hope. God showed himself to me as a God of hope. Well, he showed up big time this night as well. Chris, get behind me. And with that, I rolled onto my side. I reached for my gun. I pulled it up. He turned around. By this point, when he shot me, he was probably 3 feet from me. He could touch me with the gun. By this point, he was probably 10 yards from me. He spins around because I guess he saw movement. He brings his gun up a third time. I have mine out. We fire simultaneously. By the grace of God, he missed, and by the wrath of God, I didn't. He fell to the ground. I fired 2 more times, and one of the 2 hit him right in the side of his head. The first round I fired hit him in the exact same place he shot me, and so he was pronounced there on the scene. That night during that shooting, God showed me that he was a God that was in control. He was in control. Even though I was shot, he was in control. And so we'd go on to have a really good run in law enforcement, and I loved what I did and would do it all again. 2014, I retired on April Fool's Day, following almost 27 years, and with the Norfolk Police Department. I didn't understand it, but I know God is a God of hope, and I know God is a God that is in control. I know God is someone that we can trust even when we don't understand.